Hello, this is Robert. I'm a tax attorney here at TRP, and we're going to go over first-time penalty abatements from the IRS with a sample letter. So get free money back. Just ask for a first-time penalty abatement. The IRS offers a penalty abatement on failure to file and failure to pay penalties on the first year in a series of years of tax debts that you owe. If you owe only 1 year, you can get it on that 1 year. If you have paid off tax debts, you got 2 years to request the abatement from the time you paid it off. This first-time penalty abatement is free money waiting to be asked for, but most people never ask for it, and even many tax relief firms don't go far back enough to request it correctly. Who and what qualifies? You owe tax debts or paid off tax debts within the last 2 years. The first year in a series of years owed is the year that's going to qualify. For example, you owe 2007, 2008, and 2009, and they all got debts. 2007 will get the first-time penalty abatement, or if you want a single year, that qualifies too. 3, you did not have tax penalties assessed in the 3 years prior to the year for which you are requesting abatement. Again, going to the prior example, if you had penalties on 2006, they're not going to give you the first-time abatement on 2007. And the case should be in compliance. By that, I mean it's in some type of payment plan, or you've paid it off. It's in a compliant status. When should you request it? When you are close to paying off the tax debt for the earliest year that you owe and just penalties remain. You can also request this after you have paid a debt in full, but it must be requested within 2 years of paying off the penalty. You need to be in some type of compliance for most agents to grant it, either a payment plan or paid off most of it. The abated penalty money will be applied to other years you owe. If you are paid off with all your tax debts, you will get it sent to you as a refund. How do you do it? Follow these steps. Call 800-829-1040 and get an IRS agent on the line. You can also call 800-829-7650 if you cannot get through on the first line, or if your case is still in collections and you just set up a payment plan, that number will be the one to call. Say, I would like to request a first-time penalty abatement based on my prior compliance for tax year, and tell them the appropriate year. The agent will run a computer search over the 3 prior tax years to see if you have had any tax penalties previously assessed. If there are no prior tax issues, the agent will grant a penalty abatement. This will then come to you as a refund or be applied to other tax years you owe on. If they won't do it over the phone, write in your request. Sometimes the amount is too high for the agent to authorize. If they say you need to write in your request, you need to send a letter to the address where you normally file your tax returns, and we'll have a link to that sample letter below. Here's a pro tip. If you're denied, ask to go back farther. If IRS says you have prior years that have a penalty while on the phone, specifically ask this. Can you please go back into the prior years and see if any older years might qualify for a penalty abatement? So sometimes there's another year you've already paid off, and this is particularly to people that owe just a bunch of different tax years, and that year might get it. So they run a search and they test it out for you. You still might need to write a letter for that year if they're not authorized to process it. Most firms and people forget to do this and just give up after the initial no. When we call in on cases, we go back and see if there's any prior paid off years. Sometimes the client's not even think about it, but there might be some free money just waiting there. So you don't want to do it yourself, or you got other tax issues? Get help from expert tax attorneys. Call us at 888-515-4829, go to trp.tax, or click the link below. We order the information, check it all out, file what needs to be filed, and proceed on the best resolution. If we cannot help you, we'll tell you. No false promises for settlements. We only submit settlements when appropriate. If you're going it alone, check out our free tax help guide, link below. Thanks for watching, and have a great week.